You're watching Focus. I'm Hay Gillian. Tonight we're going to be talking about a subject you wouldn't expect to find problematic in this area, one of the most affluent areas in the country, if not the world, and that is troubled families and troubled children. My guest is Ralph Boak, who is the Deputy Executive Director of the National Center for Children and Families.
Yes.
Ralph, who are you?
Okay. Again, Ralph Belk. I've been at the National Center for Children and Families for 15 years. I serve as the Deputy for Programs, which means I'm responsible for oversight for our over 22 programs that we operate, ensuring that we do what we promise our funders, that we meet our obligations, our outcomes, and that the youth and the families that we serve are getting better lives as a result of their impact from us, or intervention with us. And so every year we serve about 44,000 youth and families in the Maryland, D.C. region. And as you indicated, this is one of the most wealthiest regions in the area, but yet with much affluence, there are still families who are hurting. There are still young people who have been abandoned by their families, young people who are at risk, families who are not connected to our economic society, and so they need help. And so at the National Center, we bring together our community partners, our volunteers, to work to make life better for those who amongst us that are at risk and are vulnerable.
Well, you wouldn't expect to see that in an area of this type. Why is that? Is it because of the large immigrant population that's coming into the area, or is it another factor that we haven't thought about?
No, I think the immigration is just a small piece of that, but I do think that over the years, as we've gotten more affluent, there are pockets in our community that aren't connected to the same kind of resources, the same kind of communities that you and I. We had parents that kind of connected us and taught us, but we have kids that have been separated from their families of origin. They've experienced trauma through abuse, through neglect. And so they need our help to help them overcome those histories of trauma and to be able to thrive, to be able to be connected to mainstream resources, to be able to be socialized in our community, and then be able to give back.
Now, one of the most important things of childhood, as I see it, which isn't necessarily so, and you will tell me if it's not, as I see it, is coming home to a set of parents,
Right, yes.
and a family,
Yes.
and a home.
Right. We have two areas of expertise, I would say, at NCCF. One is working with young people that have been abandoned, young people that have been abused, young people that have experienced trauma. And you're right. Can you imagine being in this world alone at the age of 12? You don't have a connection to your family. We're trying to find family members that will care for you, and the doors being closed. What does that make you feel? You become angry. And so we work with young people that are extremely angry. And so then you begin to understand why they do maybe commit some of the crimes they may commit, why they may show actions of rage, because they're angry. They're angry because they are in the world alone. They're scared. They don't know what's going to happen when they turn 18, when they turn 21. They don't know how to become an adult. They don't have any permanent connections with a positive adult in their lives. And so they come to the National Center for Children and Families, and we have a connection for them that allows them to then grow up into being positive young adults.
Well, now you say they come to the center.
Yes.
But a young child wouldn't know about the center.
No.
How would he come to the center?
So the kids, many of the kids that we serve through our foster care and adoption services division, which is one of our 4 divisions, those young people have been removed from their families of origin because of abuse, because of neglect, or even family abandonment. And so they come through us through referrals from Department of Human Services across the state of Maryland, but many come from Montgomery County. And they're either placed in foster homes, and these are families that we recruit. that can serve as substitute families until our young people can either return back home or be placed with a relative or placed up for adoption. And so our job is to recruit these families, to train them, help them understand the journey that our young people have gone through, help them understand their behaviors and what that means, help them understand the impact of trauma, and to provide a nurturing home, a structured yet nurturing home, so that young person can begin to overcome their trauma, overcome their abuse, and be able to grow up and be normalized and kind of experience the kind of same things that we experienced when we were kids.